Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to walk you through all of the curriculum that we are hoping and planning to use for the 2020-2021 school year. If you are new here, I would love for you to stick around. I have a lot of homeschool videos that I've done on my channel. I will link this one in my homeschool playlist. And of course, if you're new, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. So this will be our fourth year of homeschooling, and we have two boys. Caleb will be in third grade and Braden will be in first grade. And I'm hoping to make this into one video and not make it too long, but let's just jump right into what we're going to be doing this year. I mean, we're going to do the best that we can with the pandemic and everything and restrictions. There are a lot of unknowns, but I'm going to be showing you today what my plans are. All right, let's start with the first grader. Okay, he did kindergarten last year, and we did a lot of switching up last year. Both of them do classical conversations, and we're going to talk about that later, but we saw some really big improvements in him through classical conversations, especially through like presentations and memorizations and songs and things like that. And I'll get to that later, but for him, we focused mostly on the numbers and the phonics. So reading and math. And let's see, what is he going to do for third grade or first grade? Let's start with math. I'm going to try to do Right Start Math with him. I have started this with him before, and it just didn't work well. But you know, you have that curriculum that you just love so much that you're like, you will do anything just to get it to work. I love this curriculum. This was one of the first things that we ever bought when we started homeschooling, and I love it. Maybe one day there will be a review, but I don't want to review something unless I'm like really into it. I did this with Caleb before we started officially homeschooling, and we probably got 30 or so lessons in, and yeah, it's good. But this is the main guide. And there's the Yellow is the Sun book. One thing is that they teach how to look at numbers in different ways. The word, I believe, is subitizing. So you can immediately look at this and say that's 3. Instead of going 1, 2, 3. They can look at this and know that that is 3. It comes with math card games, and these are the worksheets. What we did when we bought this, we actually bought the package that had physical worksheets, and then we also paid a little bit extra to get PDF of like to do it with a second child. We have access to the PDF, so we can use these. These are consumable, and then we can print off the other ones if we wanted to. Last year for phonics, we started with Abeka and ended up using Explode the Code. And the current book he is in that we finished the year with, he's almost finished with this, but this is Explode the Code 1. And so what I bought for him is Explode the Code 1.5, which from what I understand is more like practice worksheets, and then Explode the Code 2. I got all of the Explode the Code stuff from Rainbow Resource, which is probably my favorite site for shopping for homeschool materials. Great prices. Also, we actually just a few days ago bought a Chromebook, an HP Chromebook, and we got it at Best Buy. It was about, I think it was $219. Was that the one, or was it $199? I don't know. It was on sale, and I've only been playing with it for about a day, and it's pretty good. It's actually like a good little machine. It's Wi-Fi only, and the reason why we got it is because I also purchased through Homeschool Buyers Co-op a little Explode the Code computer game. And my kids have never used a computer. They've used an iPad, a phone, like all touch screen, no mouse, trackpad, keyboard. Caleb has kind of messed around with my computer. Like I'll open up a Word document and he'll type, or he likes to scroll using the mouse. But that's really it. So we decided to get the Explode the Code computer program for the Chromebook to, one, give him something that he can do on his own, And also, so you can just get used to typing, using the mouse and the trackpad, just because that's a skill. I don't know about you guys. I'm almost 40, and like using the trackpad or the mouse, it's like an extension of my body. Like I don't even think about it. But it is kind of a tough skill for some kids to learn. So we wanted to get started with that. From the Homeschool Buyers Co-op, I think it was like $39. I can't remember, but it gives you a year of using the program. And we actually just spent a little bit of time on it today. It was so fun, and he really loved it.
Try again.
Oops. Did you accidentally press something?
I pressed the Q.
Oh, okay.
Where's the...
There you go.
Sit.
All right, what's the next one? No. Find it first. Read it. W. I.
J.
G.
G. Wig.
Wig. Very good, Brayden. Now, can you use use that? Good.
Wig.
Good. Now, can you type it? Find the W.
W.
Good. The I. Remember, you just did the I. Yep.
Eh.
Is this right?
Wig.
Yeah, buddy.
It just did the color.
Yeah. Language arts, we're going to be using first language lessons. I used this with Caleb at the beginning of second grade. And we zoomed through this whole book in a semester because it was definitely easy for him. I believe there are 100 lessons or 99 lessons in it. Yeah, there are 99 lessons in this book. And I've talked about this. This is such a good language arts program for a beginner. And here's why. Literally a script. Say, this is what you say, and this is what the student should say. I mean, hallelujah. So I'm planning on starting this with Brayden, and it's okay if it takes the whole year for us to do this. The reason why Caleb and I did this whole book in a semester was because it was easy, it was short, he could handle more, so sometimes I would do 2 or even sometimes more lessons a day. And the last thing is classical conversations, and oh shoot, I should just do a review. Okay, maybe when I'm finished with this, I will do a review. But we are not going to be in a community this year for classical conversations because of cost and what you get. I just decided, you know what? I can do this at home. I do not need a community for this at this time, okay? So I've been looking for all of the resources and things that can help me to do it at home. And I came across Amy Snyder Design on Etsy, and she makes these beautiful digital downloads for the memory work for the various cycles in classical conversation. She's a graphic designer and I showed these on Instagram the other day. She does beautiful, beautiful work. So all these like coloring sheets to help them do the memory work. Oh my goodness. It was $32.99 full price. She had a code, and I think I paid $29 for it. But I ran these off at Office Depot, ran off the copies, double-sided, and put them in just a clear binder. And I'm really excited to dive into this. So you'll see that Caleb has one of these as well. All right, let's look at what we have for Caleb. Hello. For reading and phonics, we're kind of just continuing what we've been doing, going through these little readers. These are actually first grade Abeka readers, and we're just going through these a little bit at a time. I really like the Abeka readers. I think that they're fantastic. The Abeka curriculum moves too fast for my boys. It just does. It just does. But I like at the end of a story, it's got some activities here. But the stories are really sweet, and I like them a lot. And this came with the first grade curriculum, and I don't know how many there are. There's 10 or so. I don't know. But we're currently in this one. I think this is the third one. And so he just reads through that and we just practice reading. I mean, I'm not really using a specific curriculum for that specific thing. We're just reading. So whatever. Let's see. Anything else? Okay. We are using first language lessons level 2. The one I showed you for Brayden for first grade is level 1. This is level 2. We started this back in January and we're about lesson 52. So we finished in May. I didn't make him like finish the entire book before we rounded out the year, but it works the same way as the first level with the script and everything. I want to get this spiral bound though. But yeah, I like this a lot. I would highly recommend this if you are not sure how to teach language arts, like different parts of speech. I mean, I really, really like it. It is not flashy. The Well-Trained Mind does sales all the time. This is $14.95. It's like a complete curriculum for language arts. So would highly recommend this. I like it a lot. And then math. So math, we're making a big switch this year and I decided to purchase teaching textbooks level 3. I looked at the placement and I think he's good to go to do level 3. We have not dove into it yet. It doesn't start until August the 3rd, so he will start school on that day. That's when we start school. Yay, start date. And so he's going to do teaching textbooks. Again, kind of the same thing. I wanted him to be able to do something on his own. Also, I wanted him to get to be more familiar with working with a computer. And back to the Chromebook. If you've never seen one, it's real small. It's really small. See, I was just looking at teaching textbooks. So it's just very simple. It's a Wi-Fi only machine. And it does come with, I think, Google Documents, so you can like type a paper and email it to somebody, but it's not like Microsoft Word. You can't put Microsoft Office on that. But I think it has its own like Office suite. Don't quote me on that. I haven't played with it, mostly because we're not to that stage where they need to write papers. So anyway, so I went ahead and made him, I need to get a friend. I have a friend who's a graphic designer and I need her to just, in pretty letters, make me a thing for the cover. But this is for the worksheets that I will print out from time to time for him. Okay, also Life of Fred. I love Life of Fred. I can see, oh, did I take it out here? We finished off the year in farming, which is A, B, C, D, E, F, which is the 6th book in the series. And I went ahead and I already have goldfish, which is G, and then I bought honey, ice cream, and jelly beans. And that is the end of the elementary curriculum. These books take us about 4 to 5 weeks to get through each one, and we love it. And at this point, now that we're like, I guess, halfway or so through the elementary Life of Fred program, especially after D, after dogs, it definitely becomes more math heavy and there's more practice problems. And you can go on the Life of Fred website and get books. I think it's called Zillions of Practice Problems if you want to do that. If you're unfamiliar with Life of Fred, check out my Life of Fred video in the playlist. I did a review on that a few months ago, and I think it can be a standalone curriculum, but the teaching textbooks, I just really like the method of that, and there's someone who's teaching it, whereas this kind of puts life, it brings life to the math. And if you're not familiar with this, like, I just love it. I just love it. It's so fun and it's so interesting and different. It's different from anything out there. And again, I got these from Rainbow Resource. All right, he also has a Cycle 3 Classical Conversations memory work book. And I mean, you know what I might do? I have another copy, because you can print as many copies as you want. And I might put one in a binder for me, because I kind of think I want to color. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. Done. All right, with CC, Caleb is going to be using the Prescripts book again. He used the Prescripts handwriting book for Cycle 2 last year, and my sweet friend actually gave me this one for Cycle 3, and we're doing American history this year. And I really enjoy this. This is Prescripts, Cursive Sentences, and Art Lessons. So it's helping him to remember the history sentence of the week, because it gives you, I don't have him trace it, I just have him copy it, because he's pretty good at cursive. So there's cursive, each week you write the history sentence, I think 2 or 3 times, I can't remember. And then there is some sort of art lesson involved. And he ate it up last year. Absolutely ate it up. Okay, so very excited for that. Now, as far as classical conversations goes for both of them, like I said, I'm going to be doing it at home this year. I realized in the middle of last year that I'm capable of doing it at home, especially since the last, month of CC last year was on WebEx, like on Zoom. And I was like, I can do this. I can figure this out. So wish us luck. But I went ahead and bought some of the materials. I bought, I already had the foundations guide, which this will get you through all 3 cycles of foundations. And I bought the regular materials that we used a lot of last year. So I got the placemat maps. So this comes in a pack of 2. This has all of the rivers and trails and mountain ranges and stuff. And this has states and capitals. And then this one is the same thing, except it's blank. It's not labeled. And these are great. These are awesome for the wet erase markers. And also I got the trivium tables, which are great to use in the car and at the table. And it's very similar. You don't need these things, but I really like them a lot. Oops, sorry. You can see. And I like that it shows you each week what the geography is. And then on the back, there's a blank USA and a marked USA. So I got 2 of those for 2 boys. And then I bought this because I noticed that a lot of CC people use this. This is Janice Van Cleve's 201 Awesome, Magical, Bizarre, and Incredible Experiments. And I know there are a billion science experiment books, and we have about half of those at our house. But this is the one I recently got because it's simple and it goes along with the CC curriculum as far as I can tell. We got the app. The app with the memory work is on my phone in the other room. We got the CDs that we like to play in our CD player over here. And the last thing, I think this is it. The things that I want to read aloud. This is Story of the World. This is the 3rd book, Volume 3, Early Modern Times. And I've started reading it, just barely, started reading it for myself, and I hope to read aloud. I would love to get the CDs. I would love to get the CDs, but they're very expensive, and I can read aloud. That's fine. But the last thing I got that I am super stoked about is the Tuttle Twins series of books. I have a little person behind the camera who's going, oh my goodness. So I can link Tuttle Twins below, but it's this series of 12 books, 11 books, and they all have to do with like free market capitalism, teaching that to your kiddos, Constitution. But yeah, okay, he's very excited. Okay, you could take that one. Go take it and go sit. That was called The Law, and they're not just read aloud books. I thought they were totally just read aloud books, but look, there's full color pictures. I mean, come on. So this is the Tuttle Twins and the Miraculous Pencil. Creature from Jekyll Island. How long is this video getting? Okay. Food Truck Fiasco. Road to Serfdom. The Golden Rule. Search for Atlas. Spectacular Show Business.
Here's all it's ever.
Shh. Fate of the Future. Education, Vacation, and Messed Up Market. So I'm going to stop the video now because I've gone for a while, but this is what we've got going for our year. Oh, I did mention, because it is very much in the air, we have an enrichment co-op that is, to be honest, my favorite thing about our homeschool. It's my favorite thing. And it's a for fun co-op. It is, there's no grades or anything. And yeah, we're hoping and praying that we get to have it. It's really just depending on what the church that we use, what they decide. Because if we have to make the kids wear masks, we're not going to do it. We're going to find someplace else that will not require us to wear masks, at least all during class. If we have to wear a mask into the door, that's fine. But if we have to wear a mask to go to these churches, then we're just not going to do it. That's, as a group of parents, that's the decision that we've made, and I'm all about that decision. I'm supposed to be teaching the teens a class about cults and world religions, and I'm so pumped. I really hope I get to teach them. I love the teenagers in our group. So that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, and of course subscribe if you are new, and leave me a comment. Let me know if have you tried any of these things. I would love reviews. I mean, I've done a lot of research, but you know, you can always learn more. So thank you. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.